And today I wanted to detail the delicate balance between the fat-derived hormones leptin and adiponectin, specifically to show you why you need both hormones, along with how to properly manage both, especially as part of a weight loss regimen. So let's first take a look at leptin. Leptin's primary job is to regulate energy balance, expenditure, and immune function. Leptin is a satiety hormone secreted by fat cells when they have sufficient energy. Leptin literally tells the brain, the meal is over, stop eating. Leptin also enhances the secretion of critical thyroid hormones and also the hormones noradrenaline and adrenaline, all of which boost metabolism. When we lose weight, our leptin levels also decrease, and consequently, so does the release of these metabolism-boosting hormones. Obesity actually increases leptin levels, and this can often lead to leptin resistance. And leptin resistance is a primary reason why obese people often have constant hunger. So how does an abundance of a satiety hormone paradoxically promote the constant urge to eat? Fat cells will produce leptin proportional to their size, so this is why obese people often have very high levels of leptin. Ordinarily, as part of its role as a satiety hormone, leptin tells the hypothalamus, which is involved in appetite regulation, how much body fat your cells can carry. But during leptin resistance, when there's too much leptin because of excess body fat, the hypothalamus doesn't properly receive the leptin signal, and the hypothalamus interprets this as a sign of starvation, even though there's an overabundance of stored dietary energy in the fat cells. This leads to increased hunger and also a steep reduction in energy expenditure, meaning you're burning fewer calories at rest. An inflammatory diet of primarily refined and processed carbs can greatly accelerate leptin resistance, and when this happens, the excess leptin activates endothelial cells and promotes the accumulation of macrophages in fat tissue. These macrophages then release pro-inflammatory cytokines that perpetuate the inflammation. Adiponectin, by contrast, is a fat-derived anti-inflammatory hormone that sensitizes the body's response to insulin while guiding glucose and fat out of the bloodstream and into the subcutaneous fat where they belong. As part of its insulin-sensitizing and inflammation-modulating effect, adiponectin also removes from circulation the toxic byproducts generated from prolonged exposure to refined carbohydrate, high-fat diets. We call these toxic compounds ceramides, and they are quite different from the ceramides that protect your skin from dryness and infection. These toxic ceramides, which again adiponectin removes, are often elevated in people with type 2 diabetes and also contribute greatly to insulin resistance, inflammation, and cell death. And so it's easy to see why adiponectin deficiency is linked with both type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Also, having ceramides and triglycerides in your bloodstream increases fat metabolites in the brain, which also interfere with leptin signaling. Regular exercise is the best and easiest way to increase and maintain adiponectin levels while vastly improving insulin sensitivity. Exercise also increases leptin sensitivity and overall metabolism. Adiponectin especially improves insulin sensitivity in skeletal muscle, which greatly facilitates movement. So in this way, as you exercise, the adiponectin you're releasing actually improves your ability to exercise. Getting adequate rest is also a vital part of this because leptin levels increase during sleep, while the appetite-stimulating hormone ghrelin decreases. In fact, 4 common causes of leptin resistance are inadequate sleep, too much stress, overeating, and too much high glycemic processed food. Does this sound like anyone you know? After we lose weight, which again also means reduced leptin production, our brain is more responsive to food, while our ability to control food intake is weaker. So along with exercise, make sure you're eating plenty of dietary fiber, because fiber stretches our abdominal muscles and imparts a feeling of comfortable fullness while also supporting adiponectin production. I hope this expedition through the functions of leptin and adiponectin has helped you see that fat is far more than just an inert storage tissue. Fat is in fact a powerful endocrine organ that is essential for regulating metabolism, provided you handle it correctly. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, and I'll see you next time on ENZYMENTAL. Stay healthy.